There are 3 steps to processing your emotions fully to release. Today, I'm breaking down what it actually means to release emotions. We talk about it all the time. Just release your emotions, let them go. But we don't actually break down the process that you're going to go through to do that and what it looks like to release, because we're never just getting rid of emotions, we're integrating them. I'm going to teach you exactly how. Let's get to it. The 2 most asked questions I've been getting recently as a coach is, what does it mean to process your emotions? And what does it mean to release them? And this is an incredible question because it really starts to break down things that everyone assumes we know. You know, we talk about releasing emotions constantly. Just let it go, move on, get over it, release it. But what does it mean to release it? And the thing that we miss the most collectively as in a population of adults that are trying to use these words and these languages to heal, right? Get over it and to direct our healing process, is that the goal is never to expel emotion from the body. We are emotive creatures. The amazing thing about being in the human body is that we feel through sensation. The goal, though, is to integrate the experiences that we have so that we are adapting effectively moment to moment, day to day, through whatever change or experience we're having in that moment, right? So today I'm going to teach you what it means to process your emotions. We're going to talk about what it actually looks like to integrate your emotions all the way through to release. And we're going to shift some of those old perspectives that say if you want to get over anxiety or anger or depression, you need to get over it and release anxiety and get rid of depression and stop feeling anger. Again, the goal is integration, not expelling those things from the body and shutting them down completely. The first step to processing your feelings is establishing a sense of safety in the body. We often avoid feeling our feelings and getting into the body because it was never safe to feel those and to connect to your authentic needs, desires, and expectations as a kid. And that makes sense because often we had to abandon ourselves in order to stay connected with our caregivers or process whatever was happening for us as children. But now as adults, we get to go back and we get to rewrite that sort of operating system that we've created around how we connect to our own body. So when building safety in the body, it's really just a matter of slowing down and learning to connect. You might dive really deep and feel completely overwhelmed with your feelings. That just means you need to slow down. You've got a lot to process through, and that's okay. A lot of us do, but you get to go at your own pace and slowly build your tolerance for being in the body. Breathwork is one of the most amazing practices for doing that because you have your breath with you all the time and you can slowly deepen your practice as you feel more comfortable connecting, not only to your body, but your inner feelings and inner world. You know, I've got a ton of breathwork practices up on the Kaleidoscope channel, and I also teach meditative breathwork when you're ready to dive deeper into 60+ minute sessions and really start to rework those patterns and those relationships to self. But ultimately, you can use any creative coping practice to help you slow down and connect. This might be walking, journaling, meditation, dance, singing, music, art, or processing with a friend. The goal here, though, with this first step to processing your emotions, is to just start to feel your feelings and connect to your inner world. This might take time after years of avoiding those feelings, shutting them down, compartmentalizing them, or projecting them out of your body onto other people. It's okay. You're gonna get there. But the first step is just learning how to feel your feelings and develop safety in your body. Really learning to trust that you can carry yourself through the process of connecting to those feelings and going to step number 2, which is integrating. Some of you are going to know this, some of you might not, that when we don't fully process our feelings, which most of us have been doing our entire life, our feelings get stuck in the body. They kind of turn into this knot and into this neural pathway of thought, feeling, and action that we repeat on a loop over and over and over. This is like getting defensive, the things that always make you frustrated, the things that make you close off from people, the things that make you upset and isolate, or the things that make you really angry and aggressive. These are old neural pathways and ultimately stuck feelings, usually of fear, that haven't been processed yet fully in the body. What we need to do with those emotions is start to get into conversation with them and understand the wisdom that they're trying to offer us. Emotions always offer you wisdom. They are trying to teach you how to adapt most effectively to the experiences that you're having. But when we ignore them, they get stuck and they just sit there and they wait. They wait to be seen, to be heard, and to be fully felt through the body. So the process of integrating starts with learning how to feel your feelings and find safety enough to connect to those feelings. And then you're going to start to get into conversation with them. You're going to ask them what they're doing to protect you with love and with compassion, right? So imagine all these feelings and these old patterns in the body as a small child that is learning how to experience the world for the first time. If a kid was feeling really upset, would you shut them down or yell at them? The idea is that you would connect with them lovingly, open-heartedly, and just teach them from a compassionate place what's going on and how to best deal with it, right? So you want to be there to listen, to understand, and then to offer a meaning for their experience that moves them forward. So that piece is really important. Trauma gets locked in the body when we don't know how to process it and we don't know how to make meaning out of it, right? Meaning that is supportive to us. So it gets shut down, it gets connected to fear and survival states and a lot of activation in the body. So you're going to take a curious stance. Start talking to those emotions, either through meditation or journaling or just seeing what is present during a breathwork practice. Some questions you might ask those emotions are, what are you here to teach me? What do you need me to know? What actions do you want me to take? And these are things you're asking those emotions directly. The fear, the anxiety, the stress, the depression, the anger, the resentment. What do you need me to know? And you're just listening for the answers. Emotions will always tell you really incredible things when you're willing to slow down and connect to them and hold them in that safe, loving, compassionate place. Really creating a container for that emotion to be reprocessed in the body, to feel safe enough to start to integrate. And when you get to the point where the emotion tells you what actions you need to take to be most in alignment with the person that you want to be and the way that you want to feel, that's when the release starts to come through. So step number 3, release. This is what it actually looks like in the body. Once you've felt the feelings and built safety to connect, you've started to integrate that emotion by giving it new meaning that moves you forward, getting really curious about what it has to teach you and what it needs you to do in order to feel that safety again in the body and release some of the control it's had over your life, right? You're going to be in this space now where not only are you taking aligned actions to help process all the old emotions in your body, but you're consistently taking aligned actions when those emotions come back up. Emotions are good. You don't need to get rid of your anxiety or get rid of your anger. I used to feel anxiety on a daily basis, and now I've gotten to the point where whenever anxiety comes up in my body, it's one of the most empowering experiences that I have with myself, because I know that it is here to teach me something. I need to set a boundary. I need to say no to something that I said yes to. I need to express an opinion or an experience that is really important to me. It's there to teach me what actions I need to take to be most aligned. So the release isn't of the emotion. The release is actually of the way you make meaning out of the emotion, because you may have felt anxiety before and thought, oh no, I need to control something. This is really bad. I need to avoid it. I need to do, right? Or you can feel anxiety and say, oh, this is telling me that I need to slow down and connect inwards, discover the wisdom it's teaching me, and then take a new action forward to be best in alignment with my authentic self. you're also releasing the old patterns, the old way that you used to interact with that emotion, the thoughts that you used to have it, the judgments and the shame, the actions that you used to take to avoid it or suppress it. And you're releasing the full escalation of the experience in your body. So when anxiety or depression or anger used to come up, maybe you escalated in these super activated survival states. Or maybe they didn't feel activated, they felt dissociative and like they'd shut you down, right? But you should go up and out of the body and dissociate versus it bringing you super duper deeply into present, into a state of being where you are really aware of everything that's going on from a calm place of peacefulness and intentionality. And you get to then decide what action to take. So you're like, I can handle the world around me. Oh, I'm getting angry about something. That must mean I'm not listening to myself. Let's go inward and find out what that's telling me. Oh, I'm feeling depressed again. That must mean that I am ignoring my body right now. And there's a balance that needs to be found again. Getting more active, eating more healthily, getting outside and connecting with nature, right? Whatever it is for you, it's going to be completely unique for you. The emotions that you're processing and the exact route that you take to getting to a place where the stuckness is released and you have freedom to work with that emotion throughout your life without being victim to it. So the idea here is that release is not the expelling of the emotion out of the body. It's not the shutting it down and getting rid of it. The release is of the stuckness, of the being victim to the emotion, of the being overwhelmed and totally burdened by the emotion to the extent that you are suffering, that you are stuck, that it's keeping you from connecting wholeheartedly to the people that you love the most and to yourself. We're releasing the old patterns of behaviors that keep us back, that don't allow us to access our dreams, right? The release is not of the emotion, it's of the old way of interacting with the emotion, right? From this place of release, you can feel ease in your process of adapting to the world as it changes and shifts around you. You can feel peace in your body because you're no longer up in these escalated survival states of fight, flight, fear, fawn, freeze, right? These like defense mechanisms. You're just at peace and you are present and you're able to witness your life happening around you and decide how you want to create with those forces rather than against them. Thank you for joining me today. If this video has been helpful to you, please like and subscribe so that you're the first to know when new videos come out every Wednesday and Sunday. And let me know where you're at on your journey, learning how to process your emotions fully to release, and what you found most surprising from this video in the comments below. Mwah! I love you. I will see you in the next one.